Hello, so what you're looking at here is my messy table. You can see here I've got some vegetables and I've got some noodles and dumplings over there. So I just received this few minutes ago. It's been delivered here in my apartment. Yeah, so I tried to use the Chinese online shopping because I am trying to experiment the Chinese apps because the language barrier, it's quite difficult for me to do things conveniently. So here successfully I have received the groceries. So however, there is something that you probably noticed from this grocery. So of course, we have here some plastic bags. It comes with huge plastics. Okay, it was put in 2 big plastic bags. By the way, the name of the supermarket is Darren Fa. It's one of the popular grocery stores. Right, so aside from that, okay, so you can see here that the vegetables are well packed. So they just not put them in simple plastic bags, but they actually put them in hard plastic materials like this one. And that's the lettuce. So we also have here pechay. We call this in Philippines pechay. So it also comes in with a sturdy tub. Okay, so the kamatis. Yeah, so this is a tomato. In the Philippines we call it kamatis, and it also comes in with a nice plastic tub, and also the sweet peas. See, so they're not just put in simple plastics or the single-use plastic bags. And even the meats, we have here a pork. Okay, pork, another one in there. And again, they are put in a hard material. The eggs as well. Well, this is popular, but usually in the Philippines we use paper egg trays. There are many grocery stores in the Philippines are already using plastic like this one, but when you go to the open market, usually they are put in paper trays, and I like that better than this one. Okay, so also, even if I will go to the grocery store and buy this myself, they still are put in this kinds of containers. So you can see the huge amount of plastic used in daily shopping. Also, I'm going to show you some of the plastics that I have collected. I stayed in Guangzhou and I entered China this month, because of the COVID-19, the pandemic. So we stayed in a hotel, and foods are delivered every day, from breakfast to lunch to dinner. And our food comes in with these plastic tubs, plastic containers. And unfortunately, I was not able to collect my, the containers for the first 2 days. So these are just my collection for 12 days. So you can see here, they are really nice tubs here. So what I did was I did not throw them away when I was in Guangzhou, but I washed them. I rinsed them with hot water. I used the shampoo because I don't have dishwashing liquid in the hotel. So I used the hotel's shampoo, the body soap, to just rinse off the oil, the greasy oil is in this plastic tub. So what I did was I put them and take them and put them in my luggage. And now I don't need to buy new plastic containers, because first I thought of using them as my vegetable plastic pots. So I'll be using them later. Some of these plastics, I'll be using them as my vegetable plastic pots. Probably this one. So this resembles ornamental pots. So what I have done already is used some of those plastics to be my storage container, like this one. So it saves me money, and it at least lessen another plastic to be bought and to be scattered around. Another thing is, here in China, packaging is very important. I guess they really look to it that the goods are being packaged properly. So when I go and buy some fruits are also put in plastics like this. So this one is a fresh fruit. I guess what was here was I guess they were dates, the Chinese dates. Here as well, I'm sorry for the messy sofa. Here as well, when I bought some cherries, cherries are also put in this kind of container. And this one, because my favorite fruit here is the jackfruit. You know, we call it in the Philippines langka. So it looks like durian, but it's bigger than durian and it smells good. It smells sweet than durian. Durian smells, I don't like the durian smell, but well, they come in these containers as well. So as you can see, I did not throw them away. I did not throw them away. I didn't know why. Before the pandemic, before I went back home in the Philippines, I just keep collecting these plastics. I just moved in this apartment 2 months before the pandemic. Then and then I went back home in the Philippines. So this is just my collection of the plastics. I didn't know why I didn't throw them away. So it's probably serving the purpose that I want to do now. So what I plan to do with these plastic containers, is that I'm going to use them as my pots. So those nice containers, I'm going to use them as my storage containers. But the others, like this, and like this, and then the fruit container over there, I'm going to use them as my, gardening pots. So I already ordered some of those things that I'm going to use. You can see here, I have here soil. So, living in the city, it's not very easy to have this gardening soil. So I ordered some. So it really took me, a lot of time to order this online. As you can see, it's all in Chinese, and I use the Taobao app. It's a Chinese application for online shopping. And I also ordered some seeds that I'm going to plant later. So you can see here, there. So I am planning to do an indoor vegetable garden. And instead of planting ornamental plants, I know many of you like ornamental plants, and I know that your houses, your apartment, your flats are full of ornamental plants. But the thing for me is, when I plant these ornamental plants, the thing is, when I move or when I go for a holiday, nobody will take good care of these ornamental plants, and eventually they will die before I will come back in this apartment. So therefore, I thought about, instead of planting ornamental plants, so that there is also another living thing living here in the apartment, I decided to do vegetables instead. So I will do vegetable garden indoor in the city. I have seen people doing that, but the thing is, they are using, those nice plastic pots that are commercially sold. So I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it through recycled plastic materials. Even the materials, even the tools that I'm going to do for gardening will be all recycled. So I hope that I am helping a little bit in lessening the plastics around that are being burnt, or that flows everywhere, that destroys our surrounding. So aside from that, the pandemic has taught me a lot of things. And one of the things that I have learned from, I have realized from the pandemic is sometimes it's really very important that we become self-reliant. So before, I laughed at people who are, the one they call themselves preppers. So they prepare for the apocalypse, and they stored food, and they stored emergency toolkits. So when the pandemic happened, I realized that it's very important to store food, have food, source of food around. So even if perhaps there will be a lockdown, you will still survive. So it's not that I'm preparing for another apocalypse or another pandemic, but it taught me something to, the apartment has a lot of space in here, and I don't use this space, all of this space every day. So just like here, it's an empty space here. So I'll probably put some of my pots in here. Yeah, I'm going to put some pots in here, and it gets sunshine. So I'll probably put small pots in here too. So we'll see how we can do that. So in my next video, you'll probably see how I'm going to put all these things planned together. We'll see. Yeah, that's all. Wait for my next video, and I'm going to show you how I will do my gardening in the city. And yeah, I am, I'm from the farm. I grew up in a farm. I grew up in a small place where, it's free to plant. You don't need to buy soil. You don't need to buy those seeds. You can just go and knock at your neighbor's door and say, pahingi nga po ng, seeds ng pechay, or you just go and ask if they can give you some seeds to plant. So yeah, so this will be something new for me. I haven't tried this before, but yeah, I hope it will work. Okay, so see you in the next video. So don't forget to click on the subscribe button, so you will see how my vegetable grows, what are the vegetables that I'm going to grow, how will I grow them, especially if you also want to do the same thing and you don't have any background of growing vegetables. So it will be exciting. Okay, bye.